On Monday, I took that opportunity to bury the Celtics. I know I had a lot to say about these Eastern Conference Finals after Boston quit in Game 3. But they haven't quit on a series. And sidebar, it's you know this, it's not a series, it's a sequence of stories. Every game is its own story, right? And so I saw this from John Schumann at NBA.com today. Of the other 150 teams that were down 3-0 in best of 7 series, 126 of them, or 84%, had a worse record than their opponent in the regular season. And as you know, the Celtics were 13 games better than Miami this season, which is the biggest such differential for the now 151 teams that have been down 3-0. So in short, this is the best team or the more better team to be down 0-3, okay, if that makes sense. Furthermore, the Heat had the worst regular season winning percentage, 537, of the 121 different teams in NBA history that have had a 3-0 series lead, not counting the teams that have had multiple 3-0 series lead in the best of 7 series. So I say all that to say, now with Gabe Vincent out with an ankle injury, don't let him win 2. Cause it's like, I mean, I'm already like getting my mouth all ready for some orange juice and some hash and my words, because I'm just like, man, they never had to win 4 in a row. That was already a misnomer.
Right.
They don't even now have to win 3 in a row. They only have to win the next 2, which means win this next one and then get it to a game 6. I mean, they've already been written off by me and many others. Yeah. And you're talking to the person, Michael, who once upon a time called the Red Sox. I called on national television. I'm not, breaking my arm and patting myself on the back for some shit that happened 20 years ago.
I think you are.
Well, I'm just saying. I saw how it could happen for Boston against New York, Red Sox, Yankees. You could see how this could happen if the Celtics continue to make their threes, continue to not turn it over. If that team shows up again, and now it's 3-2, and then it's 3-3, and then it's tied at 3, and then they got game 7 at home, and it's gonna happen eventually. One game at a time, I could see it happening. Like the Heat, all I'm saying is the Heat had better win tonight. Do not let this get any more interesting than it already is. Okay?
I don't know. Okay. All right. But see, here's the problem.
Mainly because I don't want to have egg on my face. I don't want to be.
I'm fine.
I don't want nobody to dig in the archives of Brother from Another, and then I'm one of these people in the highlight reel saying, "This team, break up this team. This team isn't a good fit together." Whatever the hell I said on Monday.
Freezing cold takes. Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah. You've been there.
Everybody's got to.
Didn't the Bills use you? Didn't Buffalo use you?
They used me out of context. They used me in a good way. When I was talking about Von Miller, I was like, love this signing. They were like, hey, so this guy loves the signing. Yeah, but I've been.
Oh, okay.
I've been
that's right. Right. Yeah, they're not that good, right?
For so many years.
Yeah.
All right, here's the problem. Here's the problem that you and others are making. Everything you say makes sense except for one small detail. Well, two small details. Two small details that are getting in the way of this rampant, it could happen.
It could happen, yeah.
Game 5. Game 5 is hard. Game 5 is going to be really hard, not in general. Game 5 is going to be hard specifically for these Celtics to beat the Miami Heat. Why? Well, one, the Heat have won 2 games already in Boston. So Boston is not some intimidating den for them. They can go in there and win. They've done it.
And
they just did it last week.
The Celtics don't play well at home. They don't play. They haven't played for some reason. They don't play well at home. Yeah.
So the Hawks have beaten them at home. The Sixers have beaten them at home, and the Heat have already beaten them at home. Series is 4 games old, and they've won half the games in Boston in 4 games. That's one. 2. Last time the Miami Heat lost 2 games in a row was March 28th and March 29th.
Well, first of all, when's the last time the Celtics won 3 in a row? That's been a long time too, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I'm not even about 3 in a row. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Game 5. I'm not. On Game 7 and Game 6.
You're talking about
I'm on
Game
5. I'm on Game 5. And so they won Game 4, turn around and win again against Miami in Game 5. Miami has not lost 2 games in the playoffs yet, and they haven't lost 2 games in a row since March. And it's May, damn near June. And so I think that's going to be difficult for the Celtics. And then overall, big picture with like this whole, the other 150 teams, 151 teams, on and on. The reason it's unlikely to happen, this comeback, is because when Moses Malone gave his very poetic declaration before the 1983 playoffs began, when he said, "Fo, fo, fo." We gonna knock them out. We gonna sweep everybody, and they were 1 loss short of that. The reason that was such a big headline is because it rarely happens. Even with great teams playing terrible teams, it's hard just to sweep your way through the playoffs.
Sure.
And so we know Miami cannot beat Boston 4 straight times. They tried, and they failed on Tuesday. Does Boston have the makeup? Let me ask you this. Does Boston have the makeup?
You know I don't believe that. You know I don't believe it. I did everything possible to dismantle the Boston Celtics on Monday. So I get how crazy this sounds coming from me. Do they have the makeup? I don't believe so. Nor do I believe that somebody will come back from a 3-0 deficit until they do. I never thought a 16 would beat a 1 in the NCAA tournament. There's a lot of things that we don't think can happen until it does. And usually, typically, and maybe Miami is probably what I'm about to say. Typically, you would agree, in the NBA playoffs, the better team wins, right? Typically.
Yeah. Well, Miami is a better team.
They weren't this season. They weren't this season. They might be in the postseason, and they might be in this series. That's why I say they might be what I'm about to say, which is the better team. They might be. And they have been so far, and they may turn out to be. But until this series is over, that is a question. And the Celtics were the better team this year.
Celtics come back to win this year. Celtics had more talent this year.
Fair enough. Listen, and you know I'm a Heat guy. I'm a Heat culture guy. You know that. And I'm not flip-flopping. I'm just feeling a little wobbly right now. I'm feeling a little gymnastics-y right now. I'm feeling a little UCLA gymnastics. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because the math is mathing. The math is mathing in Game 5 at home, and then you steal Game 6, and it's Game 7. Because that's the thing.
About Game 6.
But I'm saying if you get into Game 7, but that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying it's not as big of a mountain to climb as people think. Because if you get it to Game 7, both of y'all got to win that mug. It's like if you ain't got to win 4 in a row, you just got to win 3. And they've already won 1. And you're right. Just win tonight, and then they just got to win 1. And if you're at Game 6, okay, cliche alert. Woo, 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 woo. Cliche alert, okay? All the pressure's on Miami in Game 6 at home if the Celtics can force a Game 6. So
the Celtics.
How do we trade places? You were telling me to keep perspective when they were down 3-0. In the macro sense, they win a game, and now you're telling me it's over, and I'm telling you I'm saying there's a chance. How do we get here?
I'm just saying it's hard. I'm just saying it's hard. I'm saying it's more difficult than you make it sound. But basically what you're saying is
it's definitely difficult. That's why it's never happened.
The Celtics are 2 away from being 1 away. 2 wins away from being 1 win away.
Difficult takes a second. Impossible takes a week. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying eventually you would think it would. Speaking of difficult.
But bottom line, who's going to win tonight? Real quick. Who wins tonight's game?
I think the Celtics win tonight. I think the Celtics win, and this chorus gets louder. you
got to win tonight.
You got it as a blowout.
They got it. And I think the game will not. Whoever wins tonight is going to blow the hell out of the other person. They're going to blow them out.
Somebody's going to be a blowout. Well,
somebody's going to get blown out tonight. It's probably going to be Miami.
Yeah, I don't think the Celtics get blown out at home in the elimination game. They seem to relish elimination situations. I said that the Celtics' hearts pump Kool-Aid. What flavor? Red? I don't know, but I think they show a lot of heart tonight.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.